All right, what's up, YouTube? Let's go ahead and get it. The main topic for today is what Forex news websites do I look at anticipating trading high impact news, medium impact news, low impact, or no impact. So I'm gonna go ahead and run in through my what? Oh, sorry, I have a lot of comments going on here. But anyways, let's go ahead, kick it. So first and foremost, I want to show you guys FXRecom. This is a really great website to take a look into. Now, I'm going to show you guys some other websites that uh, that I that are out there, but I don't really look at them. What I'm trying to show you guys is what I look at on a daily basis, weekly basis, and even on an hourly basis. If there was a huge unexpected turnout, like unexpected with Trump and China. If you guys are watching the news right now, Trump is being, well, I don't know if he's being impeached right now, but they're working towards on the impeachment against Trump, and that could have a huge issue, whether it could be on the stock market or the U.S. dollar. Mostly likely, I would prefer to pay attention to what could happen to the U.S. dollar. So you got right here, you can already see the U.S. political headlines conclude that the Trump didn't violate a campaign finance law. So, I mean, you guys can read up on that. And so there's a lot of uncertainty going on, but I like to use FXRecom on the home page. Always look at the latest news. That's what I always look at. I always look at and see what could possibly happen on the upcoming high impact news. There's a lot of how do I say this? There's a lot of market anticipation, and there's a lot of professional views from FX3. Also with Forex Factory, I also use Forex Factory, and I also use investing.com. And I click on their Forex tab here on the Forex financial news, and you can see Forex. Investing.com talks about U.S. dollar rises after Trump Ukraine transcript release. So, and then you can see how they're talking. Latest news is again the same thing. Trump asked Ukraine president if you can look into Biden and his son for phone conversation. So you can see everything is being talked about right now with the impeachment against Trump and whatever happened with Ukraine on that conversation. So a lot of I don't know how to say this. There's a lot of uncertainty, and there's a lot of things that might come out later on, maybe tomorrow. So back to FX3 here. If you click on the news tab, shows you the latest news. Obviously, this week has been really diving down on Brexit deal negotiation, Trump. Right now, Trump's impeachment, but also the trade wars with China, and also what's the other thing? I forgot the other thing. ECB involvement. The European Central Bank is also being involved into something else, and then also the Bank of Japan is also being involved. So there's a lot of different fundamentals that come into play for this week, just like last week and the weeks before. And so you have to, like I said, I don't read up on this all the time, how I used to, but I always make sure that I set my alerts. And if you have your phone, you can download the FX Street app, you can download the MyFXbook app, you can download the Forex Factory app, you can download the investing.com app. I have it all on my phone. I set some alerts, especially based on the United States news, because remember that everything revolves around the US dollar. So you have to be prepared what could possibly happen with the dollar first. If the dollar is going to be a buy, obviously you can see what's already happening with gold. Gold has plummeted all the way down to 1,500 as a high of 1,535. So that's a $35 decrease for today. You can see that the U.S. dollar to the yen went up all the way up from 107 all the way up to 107.8. That's like 80 pips today. So very, very interesting to see where things are going as of today, regardless of the uncertainty with Trump and an impeachment. And so to me, I'm not worried. Like for me right now, I wouldn't be too caught up in the impeachment with Trump. I would be really focused on what's going to happen. What I'm looking at right now is the MyFX book. So I use the MyFX book economic calendar a lot because it counts down. Right here, this is your countdown. It gives you the date, the time left, 12 hours and 28 minutes a day, right? But the most important thing is these high impact news right here. I'd be paying attention to GDP for US and then Draghi's speech for tomorrow. This is all for tomorrow, for Thursday morning. So Thursday is going to be a really volatile day, and I wouldn't be surprised if they jack up the dollar even higher before that and it ends up being a sell. That's just my perception from what I'm seeing right now. And so Thursdays can be crazy retracement days and can be a lot of pullbacks during New York sessions. A lot. So something to take a look into if you don't use the MyFX book economic calendar. I highly recommend looking into this if you want to trade high impact news like how I do it. And you got to practice on it. You can't just like go all in and expect to make thousands of dollars. That was my approach all the time. If you're going to risk the whole thing, just be prepared to lose the whole thing. If you want to risk all on high impact news, you can. It's solely on you, but you want to build the experience of what to anticipate when it gets released, because that's how I look at it. I don't get in on the retracements of the high impact news. I get in right when it's about to get released within the last 5 seconds. Within 5 seconds, I'm already going to enter whatever lot size I'm going to put in. That's how I do it. I have previous videos from how I traded NFP with LMFX. And if you go back and search those videos, I have a couple non-farm payroll videos on those, and I also have a couple red news videos as well. Forex Factory, I look at Forex Factory just a little bit on latest news, but mostly what other high impact, what they considered for high impact. The yellow folders are the low impact, the orange are medium, and then the red are really high impact. So only for today was just on the crude oil inventories for the United States. Those that trade oil, you can make a lot of money, especially when this gets released. Now for tomorrow, it's all on ECB, Draghi. I didn't know Carney was speaking tomorrow, so that's gonna be crazy. So you got President Draghi speaking, you got the Governor Carney speaking for Bank of England, and you have GDP, which they don't really list GDP, the final GDP, as red news versus with MyFX book lists, they list that as red news. So it's very important to dive down and look at and compare what they think is high impact and what the other side thinks is high impact. But I go straight to MyFX book and look at the countdown because I'm trying to trade on the countdown within the last 5-10 seconds before it gets released, and that's how I enter my trades. Like I said, back to investing.com, you can use their, if you go to their tools and click on economic calendar, the 3 bowls are really high impact, 2 bowls are medium, and then 1 bowl is just low impact. So you can see right here, it highlights this right here. And you can see all this. So they tell you exactly what it is on the icons. If you take a look at it. Now for tomorrow, GDP, they list at 3 bowls here. 3 bowl, they got, okay, so they do got Carney and Draghi speaking, which is really weird how they, MyFX book, the only thing I hate about MyFX book is that when there's a last minute or unexpected news, they put it out within like the last 10-15 minutes as high impact, and then when you refresh the page on MyFX book economic calendar, you automatically see it, and then you're like, oh, why didn't I see this before? And then you start anticipating what could possibly happen with that pair if you're actually trading, especially with the pound and euro. I don't know what it is, but always come late on releasing speeches and monetary policy meetings. And so, especially for the central bank side on the MyFX book. Now with Forex Factory and investing.com, they already have this all preset for the week here. You can click next week if you want to look what's going to happen next week. I don't really dive down to what's happening next week unless something major is about to happen, right? You know, for the upcoming move for the new month. I mean, like I said, we are in the last week of September, but the last day of September is Monday. So Monday is going to be crucial to dive into the new month because next Friday is non-farm payroll. So I always think ahead as much as I can, but I don't want to think too much ahead to get myself caught up and second guessing what the new anticipation will be. Other than that, like I said, feel free to go into FXRecom, take a look into this. The MyFX book economic calendar, Forex Factory, and investing.com. Like I said, I don't use investings.com economic calendar. I just look at their Forex news. I refreshed my pages like almost, if I'm home all day, I refresh it almost every 30 minutes or every hour on the hour. And if something were to happen, like a spark in volatility within the pairs, then I'm constantly going to be looking what could possibly, what is the unexpected news that's happening right now. FX3 is really fast and good and up to date with their websites on Forex news or any type of news. Now I'm gonna show you guys some other websites. Like you can go on Owanda.com. I don't trade with them. I do not, but I know they have news. Just trying to show you guys right here. So news dot. Oh, okay, maybe not. I did not know. Come on. Maybe you have to sign in for this. Well, anyways, okay, right here, yeah. Owanda.com group/news analysis. You can see how everything is being talked about Trump right now. Don't get too caught up on looking at what's happening with Trump. Get focused on what could possibly happen later on and what is the new unexpected news for tomorrow. Plus, we have GDP. Draghi is speaking tomorrow, and Carney is speaking tomorrow. So you have three major high-impact news events tomorrow, all in New York sessions. That's why when people get caught up reading the news, I remember when I got caught up reading on with Trump's news, and I didn't go back and look at the charts. You gotta go back and look at the charts because you never know that your technical analysis comes into play. And so a lot of people talk crap about it, or they talk a lot of, I'll be honest, they talk a lot of shit about technical analysis, but when you come into trading, you're looking at the charts. You're not reading up on news. You have to understand your charts. You have to understand your chart patterns and your full analysis behind the charts. Without that, you can read news all day long and second guess what you want to do with the news. Trump can do whatever he wants to do with Forex. You can't control that. So that's why it's very crucial to understand what you're looking at and what you're analyzing on your technical analysis so that you don't get caught up on too much on reading up on Forex news. I got caught up on looking at Forex news all the time. I was 80% fundamental. That really didn't get me anywhere. I'll just be honest about that. You're gonna have to find that, like I said, to be honest, you have to really find that inner balance between fundamental and technical. But to be honest, I would be more focused on your technical analysis side, your charts, your patterns, price action, candlesticks, trends, structure of the market. As a new trader, I'll be honest, as a new trader, when you dive in, you're looking at the charts, you're not looking, like I said, you're not reading up on Forex news. I'm kind of hopping on the subject here. Let's go to marketpost.com here. I think this might be a long video. I kind of want to dive down and show you guys everything from what I've seen and what I looked at. Market Pulse is yeah, this is the one I want to show you guys. Market Pulse is owned by Owanda. Now this is, they send me emails every Sunday, and they tell me what are their I always click on Forex news. I always look at it and say, what could possibly happen with Forex this week? What are their anticipations for the US dollar or gold or the yen? They talk a lot about the dollar, gold, and yen in their news. And so you can try that. Reuters is another one. Everything is being talked about Trump and Ukraine. Don't get too caught up on this. I'm not gonna get too caught up on this because you have to be prepared tomorrow's session, which is New York sessions. Can't remember what the other ones are. I have a bunch of other ones, but the main one I always use for trading high impact news is the MyFX Book at Now calendar. And then I hop straight into FX Street to look at what are the new latest news or the new updates for the news. And then go back to Forex Factory, and I go back straight to Forex News on investing.com. And that's how I look at it. And I refresh this. If I'm home all day, I refresh my page every 30 minutes or every hour because I want to keep myself involved on unexpected volatility with unexpected news events. There's a lot of unexpected news impacts that we don't see if they're not, like I said, even if they're not listed on the economic calendar. Just because Trump's speech is not listed on the economic calendar doesn't mean his speech will, have a huge impact with the markets. Every time he talks about the trade war, something major happens with the dollar, gold, and the yen. So always take a look at that. Other than that, like I said, be prepared for tomorrow. Like I said, you got a lot of high impact news for tomorrow, and don't get too caught up on what's happening with the impeachment with Trump. I'm not going to get too caught up on it. If he gets impeached, oh well, you already know what's going to happen if he gets impeached. So, but I mean, he only got 1 more year, so I don't know why they were going to be so caught up on this, anyways. And just be prepared for, like I said, you have to be prepared when things go the anticipation that you're not really anticipating. The anticipation will always be there, but you don't ever try and second guess all the time. Put a position in if that's not going the way that you're expecting. The best way to do it, if you're that, and like I say, if you're not that confident, put in a 0.01, test it out. If it's going the opposite way and you see it going the opposite way, more than 15, 20 pips, obviously you know that your direction is going the opposite way. So don't just go all in and say, oh, I see it going. When there's a lot of unexpected news, there's a lot of unexpected breakouts. And then with those breakouts, most of the time, they're false breakouts. Those are very important to pay attention to. So other than that, stay tuned. More content coming out, more videos coming out. And yeah, have a great rest of you guys' hump day here. It's Wednesday, so be prepared for tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be crazy Thursday. I always call it crazy Thursday because Thursdays are usually the most craziest days of trading, to be honest, especially during New York sessions. So that's it, guys. Peace.